Welcome and well met. I'd like to begin by apologizing for the delay in posting my next review. I intend to cover The Wicker Man's official sequel, Robin Hardy's The Wicker Tree. However, after doing my notes for the movie, I came to find there was also a novel for this, and since I found a number of plot holes in the movie, I decided I would give it a read before throwing together a full review. The book will be in the mail soon. In lieu of a review, I would like to discuss in brief ways in which you can analyze the media all around you from a pagan perspective, even if the book, movie, or TV show that you choose does not contain direct references to your faith. This series will not always address media that is strictly about pagans, so it seems a good idea to address this early on. We interact daily with things that are not always packaged with us in mind, but we still live in the world. As with any form of representation, whether it's for a religion, an overall culture, a race, etc., it's important to see ourselves in things. So when there are positive examples of us that we can see, it's lovely. When there are negative ones, it can be thought-provoking, but perhaps worrisome, even harmful, especially for a group that's been marginalized or wholly erased. With a religion, though, it's easier to find something for ourselves when we're not represented, because we can use our beliefs to analyze the themes and actions or characters of a story. When I teach writing, I begin with showing my students how they can exercise these muscles, and they are muscles. Taking a book or film and looking extra hard at it, finding not necessarily hidden meanings, but symbols and themes that may not be immediately apparent to the common looker, is a learned skill. Once you start doing it to the things you already like, it is really easy to do it for the books and other assignments that a professor gives you that you may not be all that interested in. It takes you from looking at a movie or a TV show or a book and saying only, I liked it or I hated it, and puts you in the area of, this is wonderful for many concrete reasons, or there are problems here that can be identified, or, perhaps most important to our journeys here, this gave me feelings because. How does this work here? Well, let's take an example of something not made with pagans in mind or really referenced. Star Wars. We'll go with the first one just to keep things simple. Star Wars is a standard science fiction fare for many, but the first film follows a very standard hero's journey. A lot of people say there are so many rip-offs, so many unoriginal ideas, but that's because these things follow established story structures. Many movies do. This movie is no exception. We can take new and different things from each iteration, though. Star Wars isn't about Wicca, but you can certainly take a closer look at the characters and measure how they do or do not conform to any of the 5 points, like the Wiccan Rede. You might find story elements that veer close to old legends and folklore tied to your specific deities. You might find music that resonates with you on a spiritual level for some reason. All of this makes a piece of media that's otherwise strictly unpagan applicable to the discussions I try to have here. This can allow you to begin to do with what I do without waiting for a video, though I hope that week to week I can bring you good examples of what can be done and discussions that you can be having, whether it's in the comments in these videos or with your friends. I'd like to leave you with an exercise. Find a song that's in the current top 40 on the radio in your area, or go with your intuition and pick one that's been getting stuck in your head lately. It doesn't have to be any specific genre, but it should at some point have been included in the mainstream. Find its lyrics online if you can. What is the song about? If you could identify a character who is either speaking or being described in the song, how would you or does the song describe them? How would a pagan view these people? Are there specific enduring images in the song that lingers on, like an object or a place or a color, a flower, an animal? What do these things represent? What are their correspondences? Take note of these things. You may have just added a new song to your spiritual playlist. Thank you for joining me today. Again, I will try to have the next video to you guys as soon as possible. I'm simply waiting for a book to come in so that I can complete my notes. This has been Media with Magic. Have a wonderful day.